The name Parker Schnabel has grown to be more well-known than life. In the contemporary gold mining industry, Parker, who is well known for his diligence, innate leadership, and unwavering motivation, amassed an estimated $15 million in wealth by the time he was 30. Despite all of his success and notoriety, Parker Schnabel is also well known for something quite different. He claims to be a homeless millionaire. Because of this paradox, he is one of the most intriguing characters on Discovery Channel's Gold Rush, as well as in the larger reality television industry. Parker chooses to live a life devoid of luxury, extravagance, and, for the foreseeable future, a permanent residence, in contrast to those who show off their wealth. Parker's adventure started long before he was constantly being filmed. He was born in 1994 into a family in Haines, Alaska, where gold was more than simply a valuable metal, it was a way of life. The renowned John Schnabel, his grandpa, was the owner and operator of the Big Nugget Mine. Parker was introduced to mining under his supervision. When other kids were still playing in sandboxes, Parker was learning the ropes at the age of 5, operating heavy machinery while perched on his grandfather's lap. Before his feet could even touch the pedals, his early exposure to the harsh world of gold mining equipped him with the technical know-how and self-assurance to guide guys his own age when the time came. Parker's ascent to stardom started when he appeared in the second season of Gold Rush. On Discovery Channel, he was thrown into the spotlight at the age of 16. His innate aptitude for equipment management, difficult decision-making, and strategic thinking quickly attracted spectators' attention. He soon rose to prominence in the series. Admired for his maturity and discipline above his years, Parker had established himself as a mining prodigy by the time he began working for himself. His team extracted 191 ounces of gold, valued at about $250,000 in 2012. A year later, he shocked both his admirers and rivals by extracting more than 1,000 ounces valued at $1.4 million. Parker doubled down by season 5, accumulating over 2,500 ounces valued at almost $3 million. The figures were self-evident. It was not a beginner's day. It was the rise of a dominant mining company. Additionally, Parker solidified his status as the face of Gold Rush and increased his wealth with each prosperous season. Although Parker's grandfather left him a legacy, the majority of his wealth was earned on his own. His current empire grew with each ounce of gold extracted, each investment in new equipment, and each restless night spent guiding his workers. Parker was already negotiating million-dollar operations and overseeing massive mining projects when the majority of young individuals his age were navigating college or beginning entry-level careers. Despite having a fund saved aside, he made the audacious but ultimately wise choice to forego education. When there were riches in the Klondike just waiting to be discovered, he could not afford to spend years in school because his instincts were too keen and his desire for achievement too great. Parker Schnabel's attitude towards wealth is what many followers find so distinctive in him. He is wealthy tens of millions, yet he has never adopted the way of life that frequently accompanies such success. There are no boats, fast vehicles, exotic harbors, or opulent residences. Rather, Parker has consistently put almost all of his money back into his mining business. More land, larger machinery, and improved technology. He cherishes these things. He previously freely said that he doesn't see the use of fancy cars or pricey technology because they don't further his larger goal of extracting more gold. However, the most unexpected disclosure may have occurred in 2018 when a fan posted about his purported $950 zero Alaskan home. Parker gave a direct response, admitting that he was homeless and that he didn't even own a home. Parker chose mobility and adaptability over permanence, spending years living in trailers, caravans, and makeshift shelters close to his mining locations. This looked implausible to some. How is it possible for a multimillionaire to live without a house? For Parker, however, it was easy. He had no idea where he wanted to live, and he didn't think he needed a permanent home as long as his career came first. The moniker homeless millionaire has only contributed to Parker Schnabel's enigmatic status. Parker is still a mystery. In contrast to many reality stars who are transparent with their fans about their expensive purchases and personal life, he hardly ever discusses his relationships, personal issues, or off-screen life in depth. Rather, he keeps his work front and center. He is the kind of guy who plans the next big excavation, evaluates equipment, and assesses dangers on the job site in his spare time. His straightforward demeanor, Simple attire, tough equipment, and preference for functionality over flair are all reflected in his appearance and sense of style. This makes him admirable and relatable to admirers. Parker doesn't act different from who he is. He became a millionaire nearly by accident, a TV celebrity second, and a minor first. What does Parker Schnabel have ahead of him? The future is filled with even more success, if history is any guide. Parker's methodical methodology, keen intuition, and reluctance to let luxury divert him are likely to help him continue to amass wealth for many years to come. Parker is not showing any signs of slowing down as the mining seasons continue. Every year brings with it fresh difficulties, growing expenses, hazardous conditions, and intense rivalry. However, he approaches them with the same tenacity that has characterized his professional life from the beginning. The homeless millionaire has already demonstrated that luxury is not necessary for success. Parker Schnabel has established a legacy by living simply, working hard, and letting his gold total speak for itself in a society where wealth is frequently flaunted. There is more to Parker Schnabel's story than just gold mining. It serves as a lesson in commitment, humility, and focus. Parker reminds us that success is what you make of it. Even though many people pursue wealth for the sake of luxury, he could not even have a permanent location, a home, or an assortment of luxury vehicles. However, Parker Schnabel possesses something much more uncommon, a fortune forged by drive, tenacity, and intention. And that makes the homeless millionaire wealthier than most, according to his admirers. Stories of sudden celebrity turning into conceit are common in the realm of reality TV. People are frequently transformed by fame, fortune, and success, losing sight of the things that initially made them famous. The young star of Discovery Channel's Gold Rush, Parker Schnabel, is a notable exception, though. Parker, who is only 31 years old, has already accomplished something that most miners can only imagine. Parker has established himself as a dominant force in the mining sector, with an estimated net worth of $15 million, years of steady gold hauls, and a reputation as one of the most accomplished miners of his generation. However, Parker maintains his remarkable humility and groundedness rather than showing off his wealth or assuming the ego that comes with accomplishment. Parker has an absolutely remarkable story. Since he could walk, he has been involved in mining. He was born in 1994 in Hands, Alaska. By the time he was 5 years old, Parker was handling heavy machinery under the guidance of his grandfather, John Schnabel. He was ready for his life's purpose because of that early encounter. His tenacity and work ethic first impressed viewers when he joined Gold Rush as a teenager. Parker was already making important decisions on mining operations and leading teams of seasoned workers, while the majority of 16-year-olds were occupied with navigating high school. His maturity made him stand out, and soon he was regarded as a respected figure in the mining industry. In addition to being a reality TV star, his outcomes over the years have been very clear. Parker has continuously demonstrated that his success is no coincidence. From his first significant breakthrough of 191 ounces in 2012 to his multi-million-dollar gold totals in subsequent seasons, he created a career that many people are envious of by fusing his own unwavering desire and willingness to take chances with family past expertise. A wealthy who doesn't boast, Parker Schnabel has eschewed the accoutrements of affluence in spite of his wealth. He reinvests his profits back into his mining activities, rather than purchasing ostentatious vehicles, opulent mansions, or fancy labels. He freely acknowledges that he has no interest in material possessions. He is not driven by watches, cars, or even a mansion. The task itself, the difficulty of extracting gold from harsh terrain, is what drives him. It is uncommon for someone so successful and young to have this mindset. On social media, a lot of superstars in their 20s and 30s show off their wealth as evidence of their accomplishments. Parker adopts a different tack. He is not interested in flaunting or establishing his worth by material belongings. His demeanor throughout the gold rush demonstrates his humility. He owns up to his faults, accepts responsibility for his choices, and gives the task at hand his full attention. Extracting gold. Parker's humility stems from his understanding that success is not something that comes easily. The mining industry is erratic. When machinery malfunctions, activities are halted, and employees commit expensive errors. Parker has personally experienced each of these difficulties, and they have all served as a reminder that success is not assured by financial resources. Parker utilizes his successes as inspiration. utilizes his successes as inspiration to keep working harder rather than allowing them to boost his ego. He is aware that there are no guarantees and that each season is a fresh challenge. His grounded approach serves as a reminder to his admirers that prosperity and humility can coexist. Parker Schnabel is more than just a TV personality because of his humility. He is now a role model as a result. Young viewers of Gold Rush witness more than just enormous machinery and gold mines. They witness a young man who, despite his pride, achieved amazing achievement. He demonstrates, for instance, that true success is about commitment, self-control, and remaining loyal to oneself. Riches does not determine character, because his accomplishments are backed by quiet determination rather than arrogance. His humility makes them all the more remarkable. The tale of Parker Schnabel is unique. He has already attained international renown and millionaire status at a time when many people are just beginning their careers. He is still, however, the same sensible, industrious person that fans initially encountered on Gold Rush. Parker stands out in a society where success frequently begets arrogance because of his humility. He demonstrates that it is possible to be young, wealthy, and well-known while maintaining your humility, concentration, and appreciation for the path that led you there. Parker Schnabel is more than just a gold miner in the eyes of his supporters and the mining industry. He serves as a reminder that genuine greatness stems from both your accomplishments and your post-accomplishment demeanor. Hello. In the modern gold mining industry, the moniker Parker Schnabel has become more famous than life itself. By the time he was 30, Parker, who was renowned for his hard work, natural leadership, and constant drive, had accumulated an estimated $15 million in wealth. Parker Schnabel is well known for something very different despite all of his fame and success. He says he is a homeless millionaire. He is one of the most fascinating characters on Gold Rush on the Discovery Channel and in the broader reality television sector because of this paradox. Unlike some who flaunt their wealth, Parker opts to live a life free of luxury, extravagance, and, for the foreseeable future, a permanent home. Parker's journey began long before he was being recorded all the time. In Haines, Alaska, where he was born in 1994, gold was more than just a precious commodity. It was a way of life. His grandfather, the well-known John Schnabel, owned and oversaw the Big Nugget mine, while other children were still playing in sandboxes. He supervised Parker's introduction to mining. Before his feet could even touch the pedals, Parker was learning the ropes at the age of 5, sitting on his grandfather's lap and running heavy machinery. He had the technical know-how and confidence to mentor men his own age when the time came. Because of his early exposure to the brutal world of gold mining, Parker's appearance in the second season of Gold Rush on the Discovery Channel marked the beginning of his rise to fame. At 16, he was thrust into the public eye. His natural ability to handle equipment, make tough decisions, and think strategically soon caught the attention of onlookers. He quickly became well known in the series, recognized for being more disciplined and mature than his years. By the time Parker started working for himself, he had become a mining prodigy. In 2012, his group produced 191 ounces of gold, worth roughly $250,000. He stunned his supporters and opponents a year later when he extracted almost 1,000 ounces worth $1.4 million. By season 5, Parker had doubled down, amassing over 2,500 ounces worth nearly $3 million. The numbers spoke for themselves. It wasn't a day for beginners. It was the emergence of a powerful mining corporation. With every successful season, Parker also grew richer and cemented his reputation as the face of Gold Rush. Parker earned most of his wealth on his own, but his grandfather gave him a bequest. With every ounce of gold that was extracted, every new piece of equipment that was purchased, and every sleepless night spent supervising his employees, his present empire expanded. When other young people his age were navigating college or starting entry-level jobs, Parker was already managing multi-million-dollar enterprises and supervising enormous mining projects. He had a fund set aside, yet he took the bold but ultimately prudent decision to forego schooling. His instincts were too sharp and his will for success too strong to allow him to spend years in school when there were riches in the Klondike, just waiting to be found. What many of Parker Schnabel's admirers find so unique about him is his attitude towards wealth. Despite having tens of millions of dollars, he has never embraced the lifestyle that usually goes along with prosperity. There are no fast cars, boats, exotic harbors, or fancy homes. Instead, Parker has continuously reinvested nearly all of his earnings in his mining company. Larger equipment, more acreage, and better technology. He treasures these items. He has openly stated in the past that he doesn't see the need for expensive technologies or flashy cars because they don't help him achieve his bigger objective of obtaining more gold. The most shocking revelation, though, might have come in 2018 when a fan shared a picture of his alleged $950,000 Alaskan house. Parker responded bluntly, acknowledging that he didn't even own a house and that he was homeless. Parker spent years residing in trailers, caravans, and temporary shelters near his mining sites because he preferred mobility and adaptability to permanence. Some people thought this was impossible. How can someone with millions of dollars live without a home? But it was simple for Parker. He didn't know where he wanted to live, and as long as his career came first, he didn't see the need for a permanent residence. Parker Schnabel's reputation as a homeless millionaire has further added to his mysterious character. Unlike many reality stars who open up to their fans about their lavish expenditures and private lives, Parker remains a mystery. He rarely goes into great detail about his relationships, personal problems, or life off-screen. Instead, he maintains a focus on his work. He is the type of guy who spends his free time assessing hazards on the construction site, evaluating equipment, and planning the next big dig. His appearance and sense of style reflect his uncomplicated manner, uncomplicated clothing, rugged gear, and preference for practicality over flair. Because of this, admirers find him admirable and sympathetic. Parker doesn't pretend to be someone he's not. He was a miner first, a TV personality second, and a millionaire almost by accident. What is next for Parker Schnabel? If history is any indication, there will be even greater success in the future. Parker is expected to continue accumulating riches for many years to come. Thanks to his meticulous approach, astute insight, and unwillingness to let luxury distract him. With the mining season still going strong, Parker is not slowing down. Each year brings new challenges, rising costs, dangerous circumstances, and fierce competition. Nevertheless, he tackles them with the same determination that has defined his career from the start. As the homeless millionaire has previously shown, success could be achieved without luxury. In a time when money is often displayed, Parker Schnabel has left a legacy by leading a modest life, putting in a lot of labor, and letting his gold total speak for itself. Parker Schnabel's story is not simply about gold mining. It teaches dedication, modesty, and concentration. Despite the fact that many individuals seek wealth for the sake of luxury, Parker reminds us that success is what you make of it. He couldn't even have a house, a permanent place, or a fleet of fancy cars. But Parker Schnabel is in possession of something far rarer, a fortune forged by determination, perseverance, and purpose. And his fans say that makes the homeless millionaire richer than most. In the world of reality television, tales of quick fame leading to arrogance are not uncommon. Fame, wealth, and success often change people, causing them to lose sight of what first brought them notoriety. However, one prominent exception is Parker Schnabel, the youthful star of Gold Rush on Discovery Channels. At just 31, Parker has already achieved something that most miners can only dream of. With an estimated net worth of $15 million, years of consistent gold hauls, and a reputation as one of the most successful miners of his time, Parker has made a name for himself in the mining industry. But instead of flaunting his wealth or taking on the ego that comes with success, Parker retains his extraordinary humility and groundedness. Parker has a story that is just amazing. Since he was able to walk, he has worked in mining. He was born in Hands, Alaska, in 1994, under the supervision of his grandfather, John Schnabel. Parker was operating heavy equipment by the age of 5. That early meeting prepared him for the mission of his life. When he joined Gold Rush as a teenager, spectators were first impressed by his perseverance and work ethic. While most 16-year-olds were busy figuring out high school, Parker was already playing a significant role in mining operations and managing teams of seasoned personnel. His maturity set him apart, and he quickly gained respect not only as a reality TV star, but also in the mining business. His results over the years have been rather obvious. From his first notable breakthrough of 191 ounces in 2012 to his multi-million-dollar gold totals in later seasons, Parker has consistently shown that his success is no accident. By combining his own unwavering passion and willingness to take risks with family past skill, He developed our profession that many people are envious of. A rich person who doesn't brag. Despite his fortune, Parker Schnabel has shunned the trappings of affluence. Instead of buying flashy cars, lavish homes, or luxury labels, he puts his earnings back into his mining operations. He freely admits that material belongings don't interest him. Watches, automobiles, or even a mansion don't motivate him. What motivates him is the mission itself, the challenge of obtaining gold from rough terrain. Such an attitude is unusual for someone so young and accomplished. Many celebrities in their 20s and 30s flaunt their wealth on social media. As proof of their achievements, Parker takes an other approach. He has no interest in showing off or proving his value through worldly possessions. His humility is evident in the way he behaved throughout the gold rush. He takes full responsibility for his decisions, owns up to his mistakes, and focuses entirely on the task at hand, obtaining gold. Knowing that success is not something that comes easily is the source of Parker's humility. The mining sector is unpredictable. Employees make costly mistakes and activities are stopped when equipment breaks down. Each of these challenges has been experienced by Parker firsthand, and they have all acted as a reminder that having money does not guarantee success. Instead of letting his accomplishments feed his ego, Parker uses them as motivation to keep working harder. He understands that every season is a new challenge and that there are no guarantees. His supporters are reminded by his grounded approach that humility and prosperity are compatible. Parker Schnabel's humility makes him more than just a TV personality. As a result, he is now a role model. Young viewers of Gold Rush see more than just massive gold mines and machinery. They see a young man who accomplished incredible things in spite of his pride. For example, he shows that wealth does not define character. Rather, true success is about dedication, self-control, and staying true to oneself. His achievements are all the more impressive because of his humility, which is supported by quiet resolve rather than conceit. Parker Schnabel's story is distinct. At a time when many people are just starting their careers, he has already achieved international recognition and become a multimillionaire. However, he remains the same intelligent, hard-working individual that Gold Rush fans first met. Parker's humility makes him stand out in a culture where success often breeds conceit. He shows that being young, rich, and famous can be achieved without sacrificing your humility, focus, or gratitude for the journey that brought you there. In the eyes of his followers and the mining community, Parker Schnabel is more than just a gold miner. He is a reminder that true greatness is derived from both your achievements and your attitude afterward. Hi there.